cautiously optimistic that launching a little bit after sunset here could give us some very
Oh, hey mates, I am, as you see, Isaac, and welcome to today's live stream. I'm here and I'm live. Yeah, so, yeah, I need to edit that countdown. I will fix it. So currently we have like 33, I think. So we're gonna hold down the clock. 33? No. How do you hold down the clock? Okay, hey, hold down the clock. Okay, and hold the clock. Okay, I won't do this. Off. One. Okay, the countdown has started. Honestly, I have nothing to show you, nothing to do, except honestly the SpaceX live stream, which I was supposed to do, but they ain't live yet. So when it goes live, I'm gonna be sure I'm there. Okay. Yeah. T minus 42 seconds, 2 minutes on the clock, and I have nothing to do until they start live stream, which will be a while. So I guess review the area. I'm gonna let you with some calm music, and I'll be right back at around the 20s, like in the countdown. See you in a little bit. Firstly, I do not know how to get this thing working. What in the hell in the world is this? Oh, I know that isn't it. So, what is this? Oh, yeah. Here it is. Okay, I'm gonna play some music, and I'll be in a little bit. Bye-bye. So here I am, exactly on time. And it didn't put any time off the clock. Let me double check. If they already went live. Jesus. Every astronaut went live. I don't want to get copyrighted. They might copyright claim me because I'm basically company who's contacted by yeah, I did not say it, but yeah. So yeah, I don't have anything special going on, but let me tell you, that video about how to make a VLVT is going amazing. Honestly, it's going great. It's going. You know I'm being sarcastic. I am being sarcastic. Well, I broke the board. I broke it. I broke it. I broke the board. I broke the freaking damn board. Okay, yeah, that's bad. But anyways, something I can fix. Anyways, it sent me 5 boards for like $5. So yeah. Well, I would play more music. I'm going to show you. It's just I guess I'm gonna play another one of his music that he has. So let me find one, and I'm gonna do it for you. Also, guys, if you are listening, I am listening to Mission Control at SpaceX, so if they scrub, I will hear it. Yes, the stream has started at 15 minutes on the clock. So I ain't late, but I'm way too early. So I'm totally not upset with myself. Well, anyway, let's just listen to the webcast, and yeah. But yeah, I might also get copyrighted. Never know. So for safety reasons, I'm just going to be answering some questions on Everyday Astronauts stream. Okay, so, well, from VW, is SpaceX planning on replacing the Merlin engines of their Falcon 9 by Raptor engines, 1 or 2, or in the near future? Or why are they keeping Merlin over Raptor for Falcon 9? Well, first question, honestly, no, SpaceX is not planning. They're planning to completely move to Starship because, well, Falcon 9 can only go to LEO. It can't go to Mars. That's why NASA never chose SpaceX Falcon 9 to deliver their, Perseverance or stuff like that to Mars because it's not capable enough. And 2, why are they keeping Merlin over Raptor for Falcon 9? That's really easy. You have to do lots of propellant changes, lots of design changes, and SpaceX doesn't want to go through that mess, and it's much easier to move to a launch vehicle able to meet the Raptor's needs. And Merlin, honestly, the Raptor engine won't even fit. Well, it just won't fit the Falcon 9. So, not a good idea. Well, I guess I would say best listen to comms, but I love answering questions. So, are you making any from even Richard? Are you making any plans for Artemis 1 SLS rollout? Um, if you meet every the astronauts gonna roll out SLS, I highly don't expect that. So, I'm like, I plan it to happen in 15 days. It's gonna happen in 15 days. It's gonna roll out in February, and I'll be live streaming it for the launch. Oh, and there's the music. I just completely missed it.
9 has cleared the tower.
10, 9, 8,
Side booster ignition.
6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
On your screen is a live view of Falcon 9 awaiting its 6:11 p.m. Eastern Time launch from Space Launch Complex 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station. Good evening and welcome to our launch coverage of COSMO-SkyMed second generation FM2 for our customer Thales Alenia Space. My name is Jessie Anderson. I'm a production and engineering manager for Falcon here at SpaceX, and I'm joining you today from our SpaceX headquarters in Hawthorne, California. For those of you following along, you'll know that we had to stand down from our initial launch attempts due to unfavorable weather at the launch site. And for our last attempt yesterday, we had to stop the countdown just before T0 due to a ship in the hazard zone. Today, we are happy to report that weather is looking good, as you can see on your screen, and we are currently green on the range. With both the vehicle and satellite healthy, we began prop loading at T-minus 35 minutes. So at the moment, we are looking good for an on-time liftoff today in just about T-minus 11 minutes from now. Now, if you've been following along, you are likely familiar with today's payload, but for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, COSMO-SkyMed is an Italian Earth observation satellite designed to help monitor the environment, including the prevention and management of natural disasters. Owned by the Italian Space Agency and the Ministry of Defense, it is the first in a constellation of satellites to be operated for both civilian and military purposes.
So, oh God. So, well, we just saw that. And I knew that music, it's gonna get me copyrighted. It got me copyrighted last time, so, so I won't do that. But I have another one on board, and I will try to explain it in that way. The Italian space, the satellite is honestly for, well, I don't know how to say it correctly, but it's for the people living in Italy. It helps them learn more about their Earth, what they can do about it, security, military, and all that stuff will support Italy on their venture to explore space and also improve on their economy and their country. So yeah, that's basically a short example of what this is. Also, it can also help with connection because they don't have the best connection unless they have Starlink, which I highly don't expect to do. That looks like crazy. But of course, as you know, Italy is part of Europe, and Europe has European Space Agency. So, we got that covered. And this is Georgia Sacramento, I might say it correctly. It's COSMO-SkyMed. It's cool. At COSMO SkyMed. It's F2 mission. I think that means flight 2. I think that's what it means. Well, it's gonna fly on SpaceX's Falcon 9. It's gonna, I don't know it's gonna be really good. I don't know if it's gonna be put into geospatial orbit or it's gonna be put into high orbit. Oh. Was that a scrub? Nah, it can't be a scrub call out. Oh wait, let me check. Okay, we're good. We're good. We're good. Yeah. Oh wait. Okay, here's back to here's back to the comms.
Here are a few words from their CEO, as well as the CEO of Telespazio, which designed and built the critical ground and in-orbit support and operations.
The launch of COSMOS second generation second satellite is a cornerstone in the entire COSMO-SkyMed program.
It's probably music again, I can't hear it. But yeah. So this is the CEO of Italian Alien Space Italy. Yeah. And I think it's a satellite producer that helped. I think that's what helped produce the satellite. Or it's just him talking. SpaceX. Honestly, I can't hear comms. I can only hear mission control, and they don't really call out that much. So yeah. I know if they scrub this, the countdown and the will stop.
We are currently T-minus 6 minutes from liftoff of the Falcon 9 carrying the COSMO-SkyMed satellite, and we're progressing into the final stages of the launch countdown. Now, the two-stage Falcon 9 vehicle stands 229 feet tall, or slightly taller than a 21-story building. That bottom two-thirds of the vehicle is the first stage. Its objective is to accelerate the vehicle through the Earth's atmosphere to space and then separate from the rest of the vehicle. Above the first stage is the second stage, which has a single Merlin vacuum or MVAC engine, which ignites after the first stage separates. And the second stage is what will carry the COSMO-SkyMed satellite to a polar sun-synchronous orbit. Now you'll notice at the top of the vehicle, what you're seeing on your screen is the fairing. And this is where we hold our payload. It's safely enclosed inside of that payload fairing in front of you on your screen. And that is made of a carbon composite material. The fairing protects satellites on the way to orbit. Now, the fairing is jettisoned approximately 3 minutes into flight. And finally, the large trusted structure that you see there to the left of the vehicle.
For strong back retract.
That is the TE to the left of the vehicle on your screen. Now we use that to roll the vehicle out to the pad and raise it to its vertical launch position. The TE also routes the vehicle's fluids, power, and telemetry umbilicals from the ground systems to the rocket and satellites until Falcon 9 goes on internal power and clears the pad. At liftoff, it will retract in order to clear the way for Falcon 9's ascent. And we're currently waiting for the TE retraction, and in preparation for that, the TE clamps will begin to open, which you should see here. Actually, you can see it on your screen now. Those clamp arms just below the fairing are starting to open up. Once that completes, then the TE can finally retract away from the vehicle. Looks like the clamp arms have completed. Now the TE should start moving slowly away from the vehicle. The first stage is connected to a launch mount at the base of the TE, but the structure is hinged and then will retract away from the vehicle in preparation for launch. And it's very slight, but that TE is moving away from the vehicle there on your screen. Now, at this point in the countdown, both the first and second stages are nearly fully loaded with 1 million pounds of kerosene fuel and liquid oxygen. Both first stage and second stage should finish prop loading at about a minute apart from each other. First stage should finish up at T-minus 3 minutes, and second stage at T-minus 2 minutes. And you can see some white clouds around Falcon 9.
Stage 1 LOX load is complete.
We heard that call out. Stage 1 LOX load complete. Those white clouds around Falcon 9 is when the liquid oxygen meets the warmer ambient air in Florida there and condenses the air around it, causing those white clouds. At T-minus 60 seconds, Falcon 9 will be in startup. That means that the rocket's autonomous internal flight computers have taken over the launch countdown. Just inside T-minus 2 seconds, we light the Merlin M1D engines for liftoff. The COSMO-SkyMed satellite continues to be healthy, and the Falcon 9 team is tracking no issues on the vehicle. Weather is still looking great, some clear blue skies there over at Cape Canaveral, and the range is green for launch. So with that, we are proceeding into the last few minutes of the terminal count.
This is the first time I'm actually confident that this thing will launch. But anything's going bad.
Coming up on the completion of prop load on second stage.
Stage 2 LOX load is complete.
And with that last call out, prop load is now complete on both stages. With that, you'll see some venting, and you can kind of see it on your screen there. We are now venting out the liquid oxygen that is in the lines on the transporter erector. That basically just clears the lines. There, you can get a good view of that. And then the next event will be the internal flight computers taking over the launch countdown about 15 seconds or so from now. Once the computers take over, they will execute stored programs and prepare the vehicle for liftoff.
Oh yeah, ha 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 ha. The Falcon 9 is in startup. The Falcon 9 is in startup. Okay, I'm gonna leave it to mission control, and I'll be back in after we go.
All systems are go for launch, so let's listen into the terminal count and watch as Falcon 9 transports the COSMO-SkyMed satellite into orbit.
T-minus 30 seconds. T-minus 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Ignition and liftoff. In Boca al Lupo. Go Falcon, go Cosmo.
Go for the Falcon 9. Thank you.
Vehicle is
Wow.
pitching downrange.
Okay, I'm going with the mission control now.
M1D chamber pressures are nominal.
Falcon 9 has successfully lifted off from Pad 40 at Cape Canaveral Space Force Station, carrying the COSMO-SkyMed satellite to a polar sun-synchronous orbit.
Power and telemetry nominal.
Now, during ascent, we tilt the engines, and that's what we call gimbaling, and that turns the rocket horizontally. That's what we call a gravity turn. We're still going up, but we're now also heading horizontally away from the launch pad. The rocket typically needs to go
Falcon
about...
9 is supersonic.
We need to go about 17,500 miles per hour horizontally in order to avoid being pulled back down to Earth.
Max Q.
And there we heard the call out for max Q. We have now passed through the maximum aerodynamic pressure. This is the largest structural load on the vehicle. And with that, we do have 5 events coming up back to back. They'll happen within seconds of each other. And these events include the first stage making its way back to landing zone 1 today. So we'll have MECO, main engine cutoff, stage separation, a flip of the first stage, SES-1, or second stage engine start 1, and then followed immediately by the boost back burn on the first stage. Again, that's 5 events happening within seconds of each other. We should get some good views of these happening. Again, that is MECO, stage separation, S1
That
flip.
looks sick.
Good call outs there. So stage 1 flip, SES-1, and the boost back burn coming up here in a few seconds.
Oh, this looks sick. Wow. Okay, so we're about to have MECO. MECO. And
Stage
stage
separation.
separation. Oh, that looks. Wow.
Stage 1, boost pack startup.
Wow.
And some incredible views from the
That's
ground
boost back
cameras.
burn.
We actually got to visually see MECO stage separation
amazing.
and see the first stage flip on your screen. That was incredible to see. Now what you're seeing on your screen on the left-hand side is the first stage, currently in its boost back burn. That is the first of 3 burns to make its way back to land. And on your right-hand screen, we do have the second stage engine lit up. And so far looking really good on a nominal trajectory.
Stage 1, boost pack shutdown.
And we heard that call out that the boost back burn has ended. Now in a few seconds here, we should see the fairing halves on the second stage being deployed. We've got some awesome views here. The left-hand screen is showing the first stage with the grid fins deploying on your screen.
Fairing separation confirmed.
And we heard that call out and visual confirmation on your right-hand screen that the fairing halves have deployed. They're now making their way back to Earth, and we will attempt to recover them with our recovery vessel named Bob today. Incredible views today. Got some great ground views of the vehicle as it is making its ascent. And we are T plus 4 minutes and 23 seconds into today's mission, and we're currently in the first of 2 planned MVAC burns for satellite deployment. Now at T plus.
Can you go flatter first if you believe the Earth is flat? So, haha. Do you just see the curvature of the Earth? Bye-bye, flat earthers. Busted.
3 of the 9 M1D engines, and that starts with the center E9 engine followed by the E1 and E5 engines. And that helps to slow the vehicle down as it passes back into the Earth's atmosphere. And we need to slow the vehicle down to reduce.
Both vehicles continue to follow nominal trajectories.
Great call-outs. Everything's looking nominal. And for that entry burn, we do need to slow down the vehicle to reduce the re-entry forces. That helps us to recover and reuse the first stage. You can see on your left-hand screen those grid fins that opened up. Those help to guide the vehicle back as it makes its way to its landing target. And again, today we are attempting to land at landing zone 1. This is back at land. We need 3 burns to get us there. We've already completed the boost back burn, and we're coming up on the entry burn here in just under 30 seconds. Stage 2 is still looking great. On your right-hand screen is a view of the MVAC engine on the second stage.
Stage 1 entry burn startup.
We heard the call out, and you can visually see on your screen that the
That's entry burn startup. It's gonna end in like a few seconds now, like a 20-second burn. The reason is because every astronaut stream is way ahead and my stream is way behind. So yeah, I know what's happening in the future. Okay, back to mission control.
Saved.
We heard the call out that the entry burn has completed, and you can see that the engines have shut down on your left-hand screen. That is 2 of the 3 burns. The last burn will be the landing burn. You could see in the background of your
Stage
left.
1 FTS has saved.
You
The vehicles are on nominal trajectories.
Good call outs there, and you can see the land in the background view of the first stage as it's making its way back to landing zone 1.
Stage 1 transonic.
It's coming down. I know it's
Stage
gonna happen
1
because it
landing
has some sick views, as you know. Oh, that's landing burn. Oh,
Landing
that
burn,
looks so
wow,
sick.
incredible views of this landing
That
burn of
looks
this first
so
stage.
sick.
See if we can touch down on landing zone 1 today.
Oh my god! I think that's infrared. No, is that infrared? I don't know what that is, but it looks super cool. Oh my god! Look at those landing legs, man! Oh! Touchdown! Oh.
And what an incredible sight to see. We have
Ooh,
touchdown of
Oh
Falcon
my
9
god!
at landing zone 1.
It was
This
tough
is
to.
our
Why did I include it in my
104th
timeline?
recovery of
I
an
read
orbital class
it.
rocket. And that
Wow.
includes first stage landings for both
Oh my
Falcon 9 and
god.
Falcon Heavy. And speaking of Falcon Heavy, today's flight marks the first time that we have reconfigured a Falcon Heavy side booster to a Falcon 9 mode, which is pretty awesome. Now next up, we will have the shutdown of the MVAC on the second stage. It's coming here in about 10 seconds, and that is called SECO-1, or second stage engine cutoff 1.
SECO-1.
Just heard that call out for SECO-1, just waiting for a
Nominal orbit insertion.
And there it is. We got a confirmation of good orbit. Now the mission isn't over just yet. The second stage is now embarking on its first coast phase. And after the coast phase, we will light that MVAC engine for a second time around T plus 56 minutes. So we'll see you back here in about 45 minutes. And in the meantime, enjoy the space tunes.
Expected LS Cape.
As you know, it has ended. The epic landing, and that was so cool. Oh my god. Too bad we'll never see a landing like that possibly ever again, because they're moving out of Starship now. And if they ever do, call me, SpaceX. Try me there. I want to take some photos. I want to bring my camera, okay? Show me that. Well, let me check out my how long my live stream is, just to make sure if I can make it any longer. Let's see. Well, but that was an epic landing. Honestly, it was really cool. It was a really cool landing. So honestly, yeah, it's really cool, and I'm really happy. So this live stream was 49 minutes, and I'm fine with closing it now. So thank you everyone who was watching me. Thank you for today's, and thank you for SpaceX. Thank you to FAA, even though they're delaying Starship's flight. That's why I hate you, FAA. But I have to go now. I have to sign off. So bye bye. See you on the next stream or video. Oh yeah, video. Don't forget, subscribe. Press that notification button because you don't want to miss that VOBT video. It will be amazing. Also, I'm gonna be posting in the middle, like maybe tomorrow. I'll be posting a video about like the little short about James Webb Space Telescope launching, and I have some other ideas vidIQ recommended to me. Especially that now I have KSP, like, why not I do a KSP video? So, yeah. So, thank you guys, everyone who's watching me. Thank you for the team. Thank you for anyone who subscribed to me. As always, space and peace out. Signing off.